Shalom, this your brother Yuatazak.
Shalom, Makim, it's your brother Parathon.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem
Merkah
Wadash. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone who teach and rule well, who taught us this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing this rock to the four corners of the planet with truth and sincerity. Shalom to the Akim scattered abroad and clustered in the Americas. So we just want to get into a few scriptures. Hey man, let's just start with scriptures. You want to bring out that Deuteronomy?
It's Deuteronomy 28 and 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy living power, to keep his commandments, his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Hey man, so we want to get into signs. You know what I mean? A lot of people they lack faith because they want a sign. They want to be able to see some type of mystical happening in order to jumpstart their belief or their faith. But that's how you know the spirit isn't really working with them, because all the signs are already here. You know?
Always been,
really. All right. First and foremost, I had the brother read that because, it's a sign and a wonder that these curses will fall upon the Israelites. Okay, so what is it saying? This is how you know who the chosen people of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai are, because me being their God, being their father, I curse them with these curses. And we're not going to go into the curses. You Akim can look it up anywhere in Deuteronomy 28, 15 verse on down. But, all the things that you read about, you wonder, well, who are these people who the Lord made the covenant with? Well, then look at these curses, man, because they're put upon those people as a sign as to who they are. And it wasn't just those people at that time. It said it's going to be a sign and a wonder. What does it say? To their children forever?
Upon thy seed forever.
Upon thy seed forever. All right? So seed is where you get the term gene from. All right? This is where you get the term genetics. Okay? So by genetic relation, you should be able to extrapolate the facts that the so-called blacks, Latinos in America were in fact under these curses, which is a sign to show that they are the biblical Hebrew Israelites.
And just to land back off the brother, he spoke on, these curses being a sign and a wonder upon thy seed forever. Scriptures say that our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities, pursuing the Lamentations, the 5th chapter.
Right.
Meaning, not only are we our ancestors in reincarnations, if you can receive it, but our ancestors was going through the curses because they went off, and we're living proof of that.
Exactly.
Because, we are still under these curses, huh?
You gotta think about it. Like, the Lord shows signs all the time. When you go back to the account of Moses delivering through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, delivering the Israelites out of Egypt, he came with signs. What was the first sign? Well, Moses waking up, I guess. Hell, the Lord showed Moses signs. The burning bush.
The burning bush.
You know what I mean?
When he went in front of the Pharaoh, and they're
right.
I'm gonna say they're Pharisees and wicked scribes.
They're magicians.
Right.
And they threw down their staff, and the Lord had Moses throw down his staff, which turned into a snake and ate both of their snakes up. You talk about all the different plagues that befell Egypt. You know what I mean? The boils and pestilence, frogs,
killing the firstborn.
hailstones of fire,
All the
river of
plagues,
blood. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, these were all signs that the Most High was dealing with Moses and the Israelites. All right. Then what happened? Then he took, Pharaoh, after losing his son, said, "All right, fine, go." And then, the Lord allowed Moses to shew, probably one of the most iconic signs in history, which was the opening up of the Red Sea, which we know today as the Gulf of Suez.
Beautiful.
Also, during that 40 years in the wilderness, the Lord had a giant chariot in the heavens. Like, listen, these chariots are, in fact, what the world calls UFOs. Are some of the most prolific signs the Most High can share, man.
Since the beginning of time.
Since the beginning, bro.
Cloud by day, pillar of fire by night.
Right, which was like a almost, if you could receive it, like a tractor beam. Like, remember when in Independence Day when they shot that beam of light down?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the same type of shit.
And I was thinking about the movie The Prince of Egypt when after he split the Red Sea, what was the last few Israelites that was trying to scurry out the split and get out, you know what I'm saying? And the Egyptians was catching up to him.
Right.
And you just seen that fucking pillar of fire shoot down from nowhere. Like, you'll watch it now and just be like, through the spirit, like, damn, like, that's a chariot.
Why they don't show the chariot?
They didn't even show the chariot, though.
God,
that shit was beautiful, man.
Hey, man, so the Lord is not one to hide himself completely, man. The Lord enjoys showing his power. After all, it tells you that's why he set up Egypt in the first place. Hell, that's why he set up America. You know what I mean? So we could bring it down with all fury and rage coming from a loving, hateful God.
And just to land back off of that, these motherfuckers, man, excuse my French, the land of the free, the American dream, all this shit, they bigging up America and all that shit when it's just our prison camp.
Right.
The Lord created America, so to speak, aka Babylon, spiritual Egypt. He set it up for us as a prison. But Pretty much. Is their glory and their paradise. So imagine what the kingdom's going to be like for us. If this is our prison.
Hey, it said that it likens, obviously the Lion of Judah, but parallel to that, the Lord likens Esau and the enemy of the Israelites unto lions several times. You know what I mean? That lion bearing teeth is Esau and his weaponry. And in some cases, other nations, when we were in captivity, and their weaponry and things of that nature. So I'm going to bring this out just because, like you said, we're in captivity over here, and all of these things is a sign. Well, check this out. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who hath delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. You feel me? So right now, we're in the lion's den. You see what I'm saying? Keep in mind, Daniel was a captive of the Babylonian Empire. We're in Babylon the Great today.
Modern day.
You feel what I'm saying? And we're surrounded by lions, be it the police force, the wicked ass
government.
You know what I mean? Military. Yeah, military, because what? There's still military in every capital in the country right now. You know what I mean? Still fearing for these goddamn wicked ass thug white people.
Yeah, those thugs, man.
Goddamn hooligans.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? A disgrace to the community, to the nation.
Right. So the Lord sends signs and wonders, man. All right. It's just that people don't have the faith, really don't have the understanding, It says to seek ye the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be given unto you. One of the things that you want to have after seeking is wisdom, to be able to discern what's happening and what time we're in. All right, this is Matthew 16, verse 1. This is it says the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when is it evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather, today. For the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
Oh, man.
So that's the Lord himself telling, yo, the signs is everywhere, man.
Y'all just can't see them.
You can't see them because you're not spiritual.
And you looking for
you looking
proof.
Exactly. You looking for carnal signs.
You want to see some fucking magic, and you want to
you want to see magic. You want to see fucking
shit
Harry
by
Potter.
science. You know what I mean?
You want to see Harry Potter and shit flying on a fucking broomstick, but you know you don't. You know what I mean? People give all this weight to magic and these different things, but then don't want to give it up to the Most High, which has shown all the so-called magic that the world would have to offer, man. He parted the sea.
Man.
he destroyed the whole earth with not only rain, but water that came from the ground.
Yo. Rain and what? Didn't he have fucking I can't think of the name. Didn't he have like portals open up under the ocean? You know what I mean? It's carnally speaking.
Bro,
it's just beyond my comprehension.
Listen, the Lord made it rain for 40 days straight. You gotta think, it could be just in our area alone, it could be flash flooding for a morning, and it'll be cars underwater.
Well, you know the high school over there is built on a swamp.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
So imagine 40 days of the most torrential, pure downpour ever.
Man, we'll be
and then water coming from the ground too.
Yeah, bro. That's,
you know what I'm saying? Listen, we dealing with a Lord, with a God that enjoys showing signs. He wants you to give him the credit because all credit is due. But you rather, but listen, not giving credit to the Most High goes back into worshiping the creature rather than the Creator. You know what I mean? Which is wicked.
Worshiping the clay rather than the potter.
Right. And so for that, because you want to be carnal, you don't see the signs, man. I got this,
I got Matthew 12.
Yep.
It's Matthew 12, starting at 38, pointing 39. It says, Then certain of the scribes and of the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we would see a sign from thee. But he answered and said unto them, this is Yahushai, An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. As for Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
And that's talking about Yahushai, which, sidebar, they say on the 3rd day he arose from the dead and ascended into heaven. But it just told you that it was 3 days and 3 nights. So on the 4th day is when he actually rose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another.
Yeah. We might do it. We might do a Hula lesson on it. But hey, man, listen. Like the scripture the bro just read, man. People want to see a sign so bad and don't understand that it's signs already. So in that particular scripture, it's saying you'll see the signs of the prophet Jonas, which is talking about Jonah of the Old Testament, okay, who was the Lord told him to go into Nineveh and prophesy to the Ninevites that the Lord was displeased with them and he was going to destroy them. All right. And he didn't want to, fearing for his life. The Lord put him in the belly of the great fish, and then he lamented for 3 days 3 nights and prayed to the Lord. The Lord found favor, let him go. He went to Nineveh, prophesied against them, and the people of Nineveh humbled themselves, repented, and the Lord ended up not destroying Nineveh at that time, because eventually they got wicked again. And which is crazy because it goes into what we're saying, where the Lord showed you the prophet, which was the sign, and you humble, but then you lacked faith because you needed, what did you need to see more signs? I don't get it.
Doesn't that go into the book of Tobit in the Apocrypha? I believe it was either Tobit or his son. I don't want to butcher it, but it goes into that when one of the angels was he disguised himself as a man. You know what I mean? And he was just testing Tobit. And he, revealed himself. I had to get into it again. That was a beautiful story.
Right. But the point that we're making is that, you got first and foremost, the elder apostles, a great millstone, starting with Elder Tahar on down. All right. And from there, you know, obviously his elders before them and a great men of the scriptures. But then you got, you know, camps popping up in Japan, Holland, Tanzania, Germany, Africa, UK, all over the US, South America, Jamaica, Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, what are they doing? They on the street corners with the Bible, reading out prophecy. This is the sign. It says that, get that Jonah said, prophets before me prophesied against great kingdoms, both of death and destruction and pestilence. You know, because these are the signs, man. The Lord set these signs up, set these men up as prophets, man, not only to prophesy and preach and teach the words of the Lord, all right, the lessons of the Lord, the laws and the prophecies, okay, and to warn the people as a sign. What the fuck do signs do? Okay, when you pull up on a sign in your car and you see it says sharp turn ahead, what is that telling you? It's telling you what you're about to come up against. And so when you see the men of the Lord on the street corner, it's literally a sign from the Most High that this kingdom is about to fall. Because that's what the Lord does when a kingdom is about to be translated, man. All right? He sends his prophets to prophesy against that kingdom, and then that kingdom falls. You got that, John?
Let's say the scriptures. I believe it's Jeremiah.
Sounds right.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Hey, so, you know, we come in and we telling you, man, World War III is around the corner, all right? That's the war of Armageddon, so to speak, all right? When he brings all of the countries into the valley of Jehoshaphat, all these different nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and pleads for his people there, man.
Also going into the pestilence, man. This Crown Royal 23 and different variances and different mutated strains all over the world, man. Right. This is modern day spiritual Egypt, bro.
Right, bro.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We gonna have to deal with this until the Lord come back.
Hell, that is a sign in itself.
How
the hell you got and it's crazy, man. Like, the whole world is suffering from this pandemic. You see what I'm saying? And nobody, like, I had that nut-ass dude on Facebook equate God in this situation. Nigga, how do you not believe in God and the whole world is...
Man, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai created the situation.
Right. He created the hammer of the earth.
He is the situation.
So even if this... Because I'm under the impression that it's just another strand of the flu. You know what I mean? But regardless, like, if this is not a real sickness, then that means that there's a conspiracy going on by the powers that be, which goes hand in hand with the prophecy that the devil come down with great wrath because he knows he has but a short time. So what is it even still? If there's no sickness, then guess what it is? It's still a sign that there's a short time because the devil is coming down with great wrath with his totalitarian government systems, one world order, draconian laws.
You got the unrighteous decrees, dealings.
Woe unto them that
decree unrighteous
decrees. That's Isaiah 10:1, man.
You know what I mean? Sirach 10:8. You know what I'm saying? Unrighteous dealings and riches got by deceit.
Right.
Joe Biden in office, first 3 days. Undoing everything Trump did, made it cool for these for the alphabet squads, you know what I mean, to play sports, and you know what I mean, it's wicked as hell, but again, goes back to the signs.
Right.
Everything goes back to the signs, man. If you can receive it.
This is Luke 21, verse 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. Hey, listen. What's the brother site? GMS Word of Life. GMS Word of Life. If you don't subscribe to them, subscribe now. GMS Word of Life. There's, dozens and dozens of videos of the chariots in heaven, man. All right, the signs in heaven, man. All right, and that's just the last part of that scripture, But I'm just saying, fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. So it's fearful to the so-called white man because I believe they know that these UFOs are Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. All right, great signs for us because we know that these UFOs is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and the angels, man.
Yeah, ain't no Mars attacks, little green aliens and shit, man.
All right, but nation is rising up against nation, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And within nations is wars.
Right. Hey, listen, it's about to be a civil war in this country.
Oh, yeah. That's all these thugs is talking about.
Right, man.
Civil War, what is it? Civil War 2? Civil War, look, man. Bring it on.
All right.
You know what I mean? You can't box with the living power we serve.
Right. This is Acts 2. I'm going to start at 17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith Yahweh, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will shew wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before that great and notable day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. All right, hey, look on your screen. That's a picture of one of the blood moons that happened this past year. I think it was like 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Quite a few.
Yeah, I remember that. Like
more than I can count.
Yeah, it's more than ever in in modern history or some shit like that. All right, so that's just more signs, man. All right, and I'm gonna read this just for a correlation. This is Revelation 6. I'm gonna start at 12. And I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as the fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. Okay, so now we talking about the greatest sign of all, which is the sign of the coming of the Son of Man, because this just basically described the aftermath of nuclear war and the chariots befalling upon the earth and start wrecking shit.
Well, yeah, go ahead, Salaki. I'm gonna grab a script.
Okay, because you seeing all these chariots and you just kind of getting glimpses of them. All right, you getting you know what I mean, little 5-second clips and things like that. Hey, man, when Yahweh Shai come back in his full might, okay, with the armada, all right, it's going to be hundreds of thousands of ships. Listen, everybody on the planet, hey, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess.
All
right, and there's not going to be no denying those signs. Okay.
Hey, man, the Lord said, I'm coming to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled, man?
Right.
It's going to be hell. Just think, man, that world ending as you know it. You know what I mean? Pestilence all over. FEMA camps. Constant martial law. You know what I mean? Race wars. Then the Lord comes back.
Right.
On top of World War III.
Right.
Everything you possibly know that could go wrong is going wrong all at the same time.
Right.
Sheesh.
This is Luke, verse 21. Or excuse me, chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun. Hey, I just watched a video where it was just that shorty who does all the chariot videos and whatnot.
Gina Colvin Hill?
Something like that, yeah. Yo, it was like thousands of chariots going in and out of the sun, bro.
Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous.
I was watching
bro.
the joint when they was going in and out the moon. Matter of fact,
we watched it. We watched it.
Yeah,
it says, and there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. So are we seeing distress of nations now? All right. You can listen. America's not the only people rioting. All right. I just watched a riot where a whole bunch of Habibis was out there with those swords, those flexible swords,
out there catching
wreck. You feel me? How many times we done seen a bunch of Israelis, Iraqis throwing rocks at tanks and shit just in our lifetime?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It happened, man.
You know, you got everybody hates America right now. You see what I'm saying? Yes, son, we're doing a video. Give me a second.
In America, you know, this so-called virgin, the land of unwalled villages, she's about to be ravaged. She's going to become booty, if you will. Everybody about to get their peace.
And upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity. Cuz, get that word perplexity real quick. Just look up a regular definition. You can go to Blue Letter, but if you want, just go to Google.
I'm going to Google it.
All right? Because I know what it means, but it's just going to hammer the point home.
This is perplexity. It says the inability to deal with or understand something complicated or unaccountable.
Go ahead.
Complicated.
Read that again from the top, man.
This is the inability to deal with or understand something complicated or unaccountable.
Listen, so basically all these signs is happening, but these motherfuckers is perplexed.
Perplexed.
It says the whole nations is perplexed. It also, what is another scripture says that be not dismayed at the signs of heaven for the be not dismayed at the signs of heaven because the heathens are dismayed. Grab that joint. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna start over. Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves roaring. So what's going to be a product of that perplexity? Verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. All right? Which is the ultimate sign.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just, we're going to see a large black man, red eyes, white hair, standing on top of his spaceship, the size of 5 Americas, 100 Americas. You feel what I'm saying?
God.
Coming upon the whole earth. That's the ultimate sign, man. Get that out.
Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Hey, man. There it go, man. I'm going to read this again just because it goes with it. Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea and waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And that, my friend, will be the most dismayed day of the heathen being dismayed ever.
Of dismation. That's not a real word. That was just a little jokey joke.
Hey, listen, but that's gonna be a day, man.
I just got the definition for dismay. Just for stitch and giggles is the cause to lose courage or resolution. As because of alarm or fear, must not let us. Or this is just that was just a definition of a sentence. But the cause to lose courage or resolution, that sound like Esau, man.
So you mean men's hearts failing out of fear,
out
like
of
the
fear.
scripture said.
Out of fear. And the Lord didn't give the men of his lot the spirit of fear, man.
Hey, man, and that's beautiful.
Consternation.
And hey, man, you know, and that's the ultimate sign, man. Seeing the Son of Man coming in all power and glory.
Yo, Pete, this is a noun. This is synonymous with the word dismay. It's pronounced consternation. Feelings of anxiety or dismay, typically at something unexpected.
Hey, that's beautiful. Oh, you mean unexpected like a thief in the night?
Unexpected, like they're hastening the coming of the Lord. Y'all about to show y'all shine.
Hey, man, listen, that don't need no breakdown, huh?
Hey, man.
Hey, yo, so you mean you get the point, man. The Lord loves to give us signs. Those who don't have the scales taken off their eyes, you know, they want to see him so bad, but they can't see him, man. You know, and it's really a blessing to have the faith and the knowledge to be able to see the signs, man. And it's also a curse to the wicked heathen nations who also have the knowledge to see the signs and know that, well, not ignore them, but come down even harder.
Well, yeah,
because they know that these signs means the beginning of their end.
You
know what I mean? And so with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect.
Shalom, Akim.